2 days ago Digital Extremes were fooling all the players when they have announced that they'll be adding customizable helminth assists in the game. It was kind of funny because some people took the bait and started complaining that it's not the feature that we wanted. Well, I guess that they haven't heard that March 2022 was over, and it was already April 1st. They didn't get the fashionist joke, and while it was funny, I would agree that this is not the feature that we want in the game. Cosmetics are good, but too many cosmetics, especially if it ain't going to change any gameplay, would be a total nonsense. But there's one suggestion I would want to make for the helminth system to prosper more. However, I just don't know if players will disagree about this. I have said this in my streams, and I would just want to talk about it in this video so you will see the possibilities. So the helminth system is in the game for so long, and, in my opinion, it does make the game interesting since you can have non-common skill combinations in your Warframe. It adds build variety to your Warframes, and I must admit, I consider to be very addicted to the helminth system. Before we continue, I would just like to clarify that I don't want to propose adding 2 subsume or helminth abilities into a Warframe. Now, that would be horrific for the game, and I know it would create more build variety, but it would end up raising the power creep of the game. I think 1 subsumable ability is enough, and allowing 2 abilities to be replaced in a Warframe is too much. What I'm proposing is somehow related to the helminth Invigoration. In addition to injecting abilities, the helminth can be further enhanced to invigorate a Warframe, providing randomly selected temporary buffs that last for 7 days. 3 random Warframes, each with their own random set of 1 offense and 1 utility buff, are chosen to receive invigorations per week. After 10 invigorations, the invigoration counter is replaced by an override Warframe button that allows the player to change one of the randomly generated Warframe options to their currently equipped Warframe, including one that has already received invigorations. However, you cannot apply a second invigoration to a Warframe that already has a previous one active. Once this option is consumed, the invigoration counter resets, and the player once again needs 10 invigorations to reactivate the override. The override allows 4 Warframes to be invigorated that week, up to 7 at the same time. Right now, the possible buffs that you can get from the helminth Invigoration are as follows, and I think there's nothing else to add on these buffs. If somehow you have something in mind, then I would love to hear some buff suggestions for the helminth Invigoration. While the system is good, I can't help myself think that it could be better if somehow, Digital Extremes will allow us to keep our helminth Invigoration for the cost of extra helminth resources. Say, if I want to keep my 200% power strength and +2 energy buff for my chroma, then I need to spend helminth resources per day on that. I know it's crazy, and it sounds like just adding 2 subsumable abilities into a Warframe, as it creates another power creep. However, it's better in my opinion, since it doesn't melt away the identity of a Warframe totally, just like when you subsume 2 helminth abilities on it. It would also give motivation to players to somehow play the game and farm resources if they want to keep the invigoration buff, or DE can create another resource or currency that will extend the helminth invigoration buff for a day. Say, you will need an X amount of this currency and feed it to the helminth system to extend the buff in a specific Warframe. Now, this is just only a suggestion from a long-time fan of the helminth system, and in the back of my mind, I think this won't be a reality because, just like I have said, it creates more power creep in the game. However, Warframe is a power fantasy game, and I think giving more power with enough effort done by players would actually be good for the game. Right? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.